There are much more earthquakes not being reported in your media around the Ring of Fire, with over 500 daily, yes, every single day, and they are centered around this area mainly, with a clear opening of the chakra energies of this region of your world. The reason for this is that the new Earth is coming into full bloom, in which our starships are monitoring and helping to slow down the process. Without our help, then your world would have already had a clear full rising of the continents, and wipe out all of creation on the surface world. That is why I am here, in who I am as your Commander Ashtar, of who we are of the angelic realms, of the Galactic Federation of Light, to show you that your planet is not just going through a spiritual awakening, but a physical change, and is dramatic indeed. The Cabal are trying to hide this reality, and preparing their military control over all world governments to prepare for one last war setting, as they are aware that no nuclear missiles will be allowed in such a state of reality. Your own focus to continue to rise into more sources, then giving you a clear responsibility to be able to release much of the shock in knowing this, as most of humanity will be caught off guard from existing in the control of the Cabal, still in a fearful way of being. When you exist mainly in ego, in the lower, thinking self, then you are unaware of what is coming to your world, you are unaware of ascension, and will often still say with ego, "What the hell? No, I hope not, let's pray that it doesn't happen." If continents were moving, then the media would warn us. No, it is foolish to feel that the Cabal would do that, when they are aiming at keeping you in duality, as their plans are to shock you to death, literally, then to have as many of humans, starseeds, and light workers stuck in ego to go with them to more of their realms of lower density and duality. As you are seeing more daily, this is no time to joke around, as the ego often does, saying, "Are you serious, or just pulling my chain? LOL. I can't take too much humor, sorry." There are no joking matters with who we are of the Galactic Federation of Light, of your angelic guardians on this mission that is serious, as it involves your life or death, and that is the main reason why our seriousness is here with you now. If you feel you are unable to go onwards on your path into a deeper awakening, and choose to go with the Cabal, you will be choosing such a reality that is split up from your Earth family, not together. The only way to reach a uniting is to ascend in this lifetime, beyond 3D, to then still exist in the physical, just not as dense as a reality, in feeling more of your true self. You are being asked to now fully embody that now, as there is little time left to say with ego, "I'll just do it later," not knowing there is no later, there is only now, as you will be able to ascend in this lifetime now, or have many more in fearfulness until you choose for it. That is how duality works, as in hell, you suffer, you have great pains, you die over and over, and reincarnate, and this is considered to be normal to those in the lower dense planes, and abnormal to who we are as one galactic crew. Your only true reality is bliss, and back to those of you starseeds, light workers, and humans choosing to exist beyond reincarnation in this life, as you are becoming more focused on your reality change now, it is all in an inner awakening and activation. If you feel you will use the ego to say, "Just be in your heart center, know that you are peace," and feel this will rise you out of duality, you are clearly mistaken, as it requires much more than that, and you are able to keep focused on your awakening beyond all separated natures. When you focus on the ego, it is unaware of the heart center, and often confuses this with the mind, as most of humanity live in the lower ego, thinking self, when talking about the heart. You notice that fighters are told they have a lot of heart, while this is false, while the more heart you have, the more you release the need for violence, to be gentle and kind. The Cabal, as you say, have thrown a monkey wrench in your own world, to prevent you from ascending, as in such a dramatic change happening, to have you trust the lower ego self, over your true self, which is your intuitive self. It is clear how awakened you are, and those of you that are unawakened, as if you support war, guns, the need to be violent, then you are on the side of the Cabal, in a fearful realm still. Freeing yourself is in continuing to detach who you are from this dense state. As for many of you, it takes many lifetimes to reach such a state, and those of you that are listening daily are in the last lifetime, in which you are able to ascend into full consciousness. These messages will be pointless for those souls secretly holding on to their guns, going to the gun range still, being violent, beating their children, and saying with ego, "Sorry GFOL, I had to do it. Children need discipline. You must understand this in being so advanced." No, you are clearly choosing your path, as those that are practicing more peace, with no need to be violent, are leaps and bounds ahead of those that are still in the realms of fear, in duality of separated natures. Making no mistake about it, the more you are ascending, you will notice how the Cabal are using every way possible to try and keep your vibrations low, to have you focus on fear in the media instead of peacefulness within. They are not human, but rogue extraterrestrials, meaning they have non-human abilities, and are able to go inside of all human forms still in duality, similar to how you have possessions, and say harmful words, speech, and create acts that are disharmonious. That is from each soul choosing fear or unconditional love, as those souls choosing to vibrate into more unity are noticing that you take a step back from the outer drama of 3D, to then focus on being still within, in your own space of awareness. To try and use the rational lower ego self to ascend, you will come up short every time, as to say with the ego, "I am a rational person." This is a red flag on the new earth, and you are able to see this as clear as day, the more you are activated into your mission. The ego works off of needing outer approval. It needs to hear, as saying with ego, "You hope for the best." You need to keep your hope alive in the future, all the while it is misleading, as it focuses outside of now, and instead to focus to have the best of your life to be outside of the now moment. Often you see this when you have pictures you place online of houses that the ego says it wants, and focuses on such a false-made reality as what your main focus is, all based in materialism. As long as you stay focused on materialism, then you will never be able to ascend beyond 3D, but will stay in the same patterns, repeat the same words over and over, just copy and paste words, and then stay unawakened. Next, the ego asks, "Why aren't I ascending already? I believe that I can. I must be doing something wrong." LMAO. This is why you are not ascending, as when you are focused on belief systems of fear, then you will never be able to know your higher self, as your true self in unconditional love, and this is for you to know now. The most important focus is ascension, always. No matter what it says on the 3D clock time, as you know this more in knowing the serious consequences for choosing to stay in the lower ego self. We stand with you in pure awareness. We are the angelic realms. We are the Galactic Federation of Light.